In this installment, we have a 7-game Thursday slate, jam-packed. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your NBA slate on Thursday for DraftKings and Fanduel. All right, we got you guys. If you are a viewer and currently not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. Currently at 761. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJetsD. And let's get into this jam-packed Thursday slate. They gave us 7 games, which is usually not really what we expect. Sometimes we get 2, 3, 4 games because of all those TNT games. They decided to give us 7, and I got you guys covered. Let's start off with the point guard position. And the first guy we'll be looking at will be Spencer Dinwiddie, someone we've been watching the past couple videos. And as long as he is under $6,000 in salary, we will continue to play him. He is really coming into form, coming off the bench for the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to need his scoring punch going up against this high-octane Warriors offense, a struggling team in that as well. They have lost a lot of their recent games, which is pretty shocking. But Dinwiddie has been a bright spot for the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to need his scoring punch in this game, similar to what he did a couple games ago against the Warriors. 10 of 14 from the field goal, hit 2 threes, came through with 24 real points, 38 fantasy points. That would be perfect scenario for him to do that again against the Warriors in this one. All right, I love Dinwiddie at 5,600. Another guy we can look at. Please pay attention to the injury report on Trey Young. All right, he is currently questionable. He tweaked his ankle in that game against Boston, so we are not 100% sure if he will be playing in Thursday's game. So watch out for that news. If he is out, then there is another value play that will open up, and that will be DeLon Wright. Okay, DeLon Wright will be the starting point guard for the Atlanta Hawks if Trey Young is out. Another guy that benefits from that is Bogdanovich. He will assume the A role on this offense, the alpha role on that offense. So just pay attention to the news on that. Now let's move over to the shooting guard position. And we will be starting off with a little bit of a higher price guy, but someone that I think is way too cheap, and that will be Zach LaVine going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, Atlanta Hawks are especially at home, they put up a ton of points, and they love to up-tempo game, back and forth. This is perfect scenario for Zach LaVine, who is very comfortable knocking down that 3 ball and really running up and down the court, showing off his, obviously, dunk ability as well. So he's getting back to form after coming from his injury. And 22 points, 4-4 against Miami, 28 points, 6-4 against Memphis. And he is all the way down to the salary of $8,000. He has not been to $8,000, and I would have to go back all the way to last year, okay, to November, December time when he was around 7,600. Other than that, he has been well above 8,000, all right, more near the 9K range. So we're going to take advantage of this in a game that should be high scoring. I love Zach LaVine at 8,000. All right, let's move over to another shooting guard that's going to be a little more cheaper side if you want to look for a value play, and that will be Lonnie Walker, okay? Lonnie Walker for the San Antonio Spurs. This is another team, very scrappy. Most of their games are really high scoring as well. As you see against Miami, 129 to 133. Against Washington, 157, 153. This team is very streaky, can put up points in bunches. They're very young, so not disciplined on the defensive side, but they definitely can put the ball in the basket. Lonnie Walker is one of the guys we're going to be looking at 4,600. Someone that's mid-range and has been very consistent, putting 25 to almost 30 fantasy points a game. This is a very solid key to have in all your lineups. He could be a lock just to get you over around that area of 25 to 30 fantasy points. Look at this game log: 30 against Memphis, 27 against Miami, 29 against Washington, and this is below 5,000 salary. He's been very, very consistent. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Lonnie Walker. Let's take him as a cheaper option at that shooting guard position. Next, we will look at the small forward, and we're going to stick with the same team. I really like this game environment between the Sacramento Kings and the San Antonio Spurs. I expect maybe this game to go to the 120s for both sides. I love Davin Vassell right here. More of a three-point shooter as well. As you can see against OKC, 2 of 8, 1 of 7, 3 of 6, and 1 of 3. If he's really knocking down that three-point ball, he 100% can get to that 40 DraftKings point range, okay? As you saw against Miami, 38.25 against Miami in a tough game with 4 assists and 5 rebounds. Against Washington, 32 fantasy points. Against OKC, 32 fantasy points. Him and Lonnie Walker are putting up very, very solid numbers. This is going to be an up and down game at 5,500. This is definitely worth paying up for because he has potential to get you that 40 bomb at a very, very cheap price. Love him as a small forward. Let's move over to the power forward position. And someone I'm looking at will be the LA Clippers, Marcus Morris. I know, guys, you want to look at Kennard. You want to look at Reggie Jackson. But Morris is someone on this offense that takes double-digit shot attempts, and if he gets hot, he 100% can set it off. Against Houston, 29.75, had 18 and 3 in that one. That was more of a blowout, so he really didn't get his 30 minutes. If we look at another game against Houston, 27, 3 and 5, he was knocking down his shots right there at a 53%. So if he's hot, he definitely can go off. Against Phoenix, a tougher team defensively, 23 real points, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 steal, and 4 rebounds. Came through with 35 fantasy points at 6K. He definitely has upside here. He has a 40 bomb in his last 5 games. If we continue to go down, he still has been producing 26 and 26 against Dallas in back-to-back games. Another almost 40 bomb against Milwaukee. So you see the potential there. And the fact that the Lakers have been struggling against forwards, and the Lakers have been struggling against offenses, period, okay? Period. They are not playing good defensively. They can't put the ball in the basket. It's a perfect environment for the LA Clippers, Marcus Morris, and I love him as a power forward play. Next, at the center position, you can look at Sabonis. You can look at Siakam, who should definitely have a good game against Detroit. Vucevic is there. Bam Adebayo could take over against Brooklyn. But the guy I'm really keying in on is Sacramento. Every time I see Sacramento and going up against a center that has high potential, give me that center, and that will be Jakob Poeltl at 7,500. This man has been putting up huge numbers. A 40 bomb against Memphis, against Washington, 28, 8, and 11 with 2 blocks. And then against the Thunder, 20, 17, 5, and 2. Big performances. And now going against the Sacramento Kings, who struggle against centers. I definitely like Jakob Poeltl. If he's getting these 30-plus minutes, he is a big factor defensively with his blocking game. He had 2 blocks against Washington, 4 blocks against the Pelicans. I like Jakob Poeltl as a sneakier play at the center position, all right? And now our value play as well. Let's go over to, again, this Sacramento and San Antonio game, okay? I'm telling you, this is jam-packed. They recently made a change to the starting lineup. Trey Lyles is now starting for the Sacramento Kings at the power forward position. And at 4K, you're giving me a starter. I got to take advantage of this. He did very well against the Thunder at that mid price of 3K. Came through with 34.5 fantasy points, 24 real points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists against the Thunder. Now we're going to be against another bottom feeder in the West in the Spurs. Trey Lyles can definitely put up another solid performance against the Spurs on Thursday. Let's go over to Fanduel, and I have some gems for you right here. Zach LaVine is much cheaper on Fanduel than it is DraftKings 7,700. So the value is on Zach LaVine on FanDuel. Definitely should take advantage of that. Don't forget about Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, I gave you him in the video the day before. Now going up against the Brooklyn Nets, who are going to be high octane, really getting that ball up and down the court, shooting the three ball. Kevin Durant is going to be back, so it should be competitive and a very close game. They're going to need Tyler Hero in this one, with Kyle Lowry probably out yet again. So it's going to be Hero and Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo as the trio to score for that offense. Definitely like Tyler Hero as long as Kyle Lowry is out at 6,400. I spoke to you about Pascal Siakam. He is 8,100 on FanDuel. Let me double check. And he is 9,200 on DraftKings. This is a steal right here. This is why I do my little comparison. I see a gym. You're saving 1,100 in salary. Definitely go all in on Pascal Siakam on FanDuel. Definitely going up against Detroit. Could be a blowout, but he should get very, very easy baskets. And if Van Vliet is out, definitely he goes to another level. I just spoke to you about Marcus Morris. He's cheaper on this site than DraftKings, where he has 6,000. So I like him over there as well. And then the lock of the night, okay, the lock of the night will be De'Aaron Fox at 8,900. Finishing off this game, we got a full stack in this Sacramento Kings and San Antonio Spurs game. This is something I really keyed in on with these two games. With this game in particular, you can look at Chicago and Atlanta as another opportunity as a high-scoring game. In that one, I really like the Aaron Fox. And if we look at him over here on DraftKings, he has relished this spot going against the San Antonio Spurs. If we look at his splits, he has averaged 55 fantasy points against the Spurs in that previous matchup. 37 real points, a steal, 3 blocks, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. Like I said, it's going to be high octane, back and forth type of basketball. I love De'Aaron Fox. He is the lock of the night for Thursday, all right? I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other suggestions at the point guard, shooting guard, power forward, small forward, or center position. Do you have another value play that I didn't speak about? Let me know down below, all right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.